औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाह। आज का जो सेशन है उसमें मैं जो है ना मुझे पीसीआई डीएसएस का 3 टियर आर्किटेक्चर पढ़ाना था, बट मैं नेक्स्ट सैटरडे को कवर करूंगा। आज मैं जो है ना एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ कवर कर रहा हूँ। मैंने वीडियोस इसके ऊपर बार बार बनाई, तो मैंने कहा मैं इसको लाइव ले जाता हूँ और लाइव आप लोगों को समझा देता हूँ ताकि आप लोगों को आसानी हो और आप लोगों को समझ आए कि हमें काम कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, राइट। तो आज जो हमारी वीडियो है उस पर हम बात करेंगे कि भाई आपको जो है ना पढ़ना कैसे, आप कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं और क्या पढ़ सकते हैं। और अगर आप कैट पढ़ रहे हैं तो आपने कैट में किस कोर्सेज में तवज्जो देनी है, कैट में कौन से कोर्सेज आप स्किप कर सकते हैं या उसको थोड़ा सा देर से पढ़ सकते हैं, ठीक है ना। तो उसके ऊपर आज हम बात करेंगे, ताकि लोगों को हमेशा से एक मुश्किल रहती है कि यार मैं ये कैसे पढ़ूंगा, वो कैसे पढ़ूंगा, ये कैसे करूंगा, वो कैसे करूंगा, राइट। दैट विल मेक थिंग्स इजियर फॉर एवरीवन। सो 1 मिनट दीजिए मुझे, मैं एक फाइल खोल रहा हूँ, फाइल देख रहा था मैं, जिससे मुझे चीज़ मिल जाए तो देन वी विल स्टार्ट इंशाल्लाह। तो ये जो वीडियो है इसमें मैं आपको बताऊंगा कलेक्टिवली कि आप कौन सी चीज़ पे कितना टाइम लगाना चाहिए, आपको किस तरह से पढ़ना चाहिए। और अगर आपने हमारे कैट के कोर्सेज लिए हुए हैं, कैट के साथ आप डेवऑप्स पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो आप कितना पढ़ सकते हैं। कैट के साथ अगर आप जो है बेसिकली ब्लॉकचेन पढ़ना चाहते हैं डेवऑप्स के साथ तो आप कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं, या कैट ब्लॉकचेन पढ़ रहे हैं तो कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं, और किस टाइम पर आपको रेज्यूमे अप्लाई करना चाहिए, राइट। तो इन चीज़ों के ऊपर आज हम बात होगी। तो मैं एक चीज़ खोल रहा हूँ अपने पास ताकि उसकी सारी चीज़ें मेरे पास खुल जाएं, देन इट बिकम्स ईजियर इंशाल्लाह। बिस्मिल्लाह। बिस्मिल्लाह। ओके, मैं इसको रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, ताकि इसको फिर हम लोग ना बाद में अपने उस पर भी डाल दें। औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाह। ये जो क्लास है इसमें मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि अगर आप कैरियर एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक पढ़ रहे हैं या वुमेन एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक पढ़ रहे हैं, और तो आपको इनके कोर्सेज को कैसे पढ़ना चाहिए, कैसे अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए, और किस जगह पर आकर आपको रेज्यूमे के लिए अप्लाई करना चाहिए। बिकॉज एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक में और दूसरी चीज़ों में फ़र्क ये है कि एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक के अंदर आपको जो सबसे बड़ा वो है, वो आपकी लाइव क्लासेस होती हैं, जो इंस्ट्रक्टर्स हैं उनके साथ। आपको जो सबसे बड़ा उसमें फ़ायदा होता है वो होता है बेसिकली कि आपको लाइव क्लासेस के साथ साथ रेज्यूमे आपका डेवलप किया जाता है कि आपका रेज्यूमे कैसे है, उसकी टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस हैं। सो गो थ्रू द टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस के, अगर आप इफ़ यू आर एन एनुअल यूज़र यू कैन इमीडिएटली आस्क for your resume. आप फौरन से resume की बात कर सकते हैं कि भाई मुझे resume चाहिए. And if you are a monthly user या quarterly user या कर्द लहसना, जो कर्द लहसना पे कैट पढ़ते हैं, क्योंकि कैट जो है वैट है कर्द लहसना पे मौजूद है, तो उसके लिए आपको 9 months के ऊपर जाकर करना होता है. It is blanket for everyone, right? Everyone, सबके लिए यही. Now, कैट के साथ साथ आप और क्या क्या पढ़ सकते हैं उसके ऊपर भी मैं बात करूंगा. ठीक है. एंड वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज कि कैट के साथ साथ अगर आप डेवऑप्स पढ़ते हैं या कैट के साथ आप जो है ब्लॉकचेन पढ़ते हैं या कैट के साथ डेवऑप्स ब्लॉकचेन तीनों पढ़ते हैं, यू नो हाउ फार यू कैन गो, आप कितना आगे तक जा सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं और क्या करना चाहिए. जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है, यू शुड नॉट स्टडी मोर देन 3 tracks. 3 tracks से ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए. What does 3 tracks means? Like, what does it mean? So, if I have to give you something like a high if I have to give you something कि भाई what does 3 track really means? So, मैं आपको कहूँगा कि अगर आप CAT पढ़ रहे हैं, if you're studying CAT, in CAT, Career Advancement Track और VAT, Women Advancement Track, they're both the same. फीस का डिफरेंस है. For women, they pay little bit less fee. ठीक है, उनकी फीस थोड़ी कम होती है. There are around 800 hours. And again, we will keep on adding and subtracting new material because ये इतने dynamic contents हैं. We cannot give you the whole content in one year because the content will keep on changing. We will keep on adding new content, subtracting new content, depending के what is the value of that content, right? So ये हम करते रहेंगे. So roughly it comes to 800, ठीक है ना, hours. CAT के अंदर, VAT के अंदर, there is another thing which is Ielts. Ielts is there, ठीक है ना. Ielts is there in all advancement tracks. In all advancement track there is Ielts. Ielts जो है, there are 5 classes, 5 hours classes every week. We used to have 2 classes होती थी, 2 hours की, but now there's only 1 hour class. We may change it like to make it 2 hours or a day or something like that. But right now, इस तरह की classes हो रही हैं. And essentially 5 days a week आपकी class होती हैं, 1 hour each class होती है, and almost every week. So 52 weeks साल में होते हैं, तो हम आपको जो classes दे रहे हैं वो almost, क्योंकि वो भी काम कर रहा है, तो 48 weeks, right? So 240 hours. Now, you don't have to study Ielts for 240 hours. You don't have to do that. I mean, there is no need. Okay? But if you want to keep on improving your English, कि आपकी English improve हो जाए, जिसमें आपको reading, writing, listening, speaking, जो सब करवाया जा रहा है, all the 4 elements आप कर सकते हैं. Now, Ielts के साथ साथ आप Ielts पढ़ के, you can go for any other training like TOEFL दे दें आप. I mean, the course, the way it is delivered, it's all the same. So you can go for, आप IELTS पढ़ के TOEFL दे सकते हैं, आप TOEFL पढ़ के IELTS दे सकते हैं. थोड़ा सा मार्किंग स्कीम में डिफरेंस है, बट एसेंशियली जो उसका कोर है, इट्स द सेम थिंग. दे आर टेस्टिंग यू द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज स्किल, राइट. इसके बाद फिर आता है DevOps का एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक. DevOps एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक जो है, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है ना. दिस इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एनीवन. इन माय व्यू DevOps बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड देन आता है, उसके बाद आता है ब्लॉकचेन. तो DevOps एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक जो है, दिस इज नोन एज DOAT, DevOps एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक, ठीक है. एंड उसके बाद आता है ब्लॉकचेन. सो ब्लॉकचेन इज आल्सो एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. यू डू नॉट रियलाइज कि इसकी क्या वैल्यू है. यू विल रियलाइज दिस थिंग जब आपको नई लैब्स मिलेंगी ना, देन इट विल ओपन योर माइंड कि यार, ओ ये क्या हो रहा है, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या है, ठीक है ना. सो ब्लॉकचेन एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक जो है, दैट्स अनदर ट्रैक, ठीक है, जो आपको करवाया जा रहा है, विच इज नोन एज बैट, जिसमें पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट ब्लॉकचेन दोनों हम करवा रहे हैं. एंड दिस इज बेसिकली एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक, ठीक है. एंड सब में डिफरेंस, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस, आई मीन व्हाट डज इट मेक्स व्हाट, ये सब क्यों इतना वो है, ठीक है ना. दिस इज द कैरियर एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक, कैट और वुमेन एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक. DevOps एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक में द लर्निंग इज ऑलमोस्ट, आई वुड से 200 hours plus. So 200 hours अगर आपने किए, you are essentially extremely capable to break into the DevOps industry. इसके बाद फिर आता है ब्लॉकचेन. Now what is blockchain? Blockchain के अंदर हम आपको पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट ब्लॉकचेन दोनों करवा रहे हैं. They used to be separate, but now we have combined them. इसमें आपको पब्लिक ब्लॉकचेन के ऊपर भी काम करवाया जा रहा है, प्राइवेट ब्लॉकचेन के ऊपर भी काम करवाया जा रहा है, मुख्तलिफ लैब्स हैं, सब कुछ है, ठीक है, ये सब चीजें दी जा रही हैं, ठीक है. एंड दैट इज अराउंड 200+ hours. सो एसेंशियली अगर आप देखें, जिसको आइल्स की जरूरत नहीं है, सो कैट, ठीक है ना, प्लस और वैट whatever, ठीक है, दोनों सेम है, दे आर बोथ द सेम, प्लस आप लिखें DevOps, ठीक है ना, जो उसका जो ट्रैक है, ठीक है ना, प्लस आप उसको बैड यानी ब्लॉकचेन एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक, दिस इक्वल्स टू, अगर आप उसको इक्वलेंट करते हैं इन आवर्स टर्म के आवर्स में क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन आवर्स, सो यू कैन से कि 800, ठीक है ना, लेट मी रिमूव दिस प्लस बिकॉज मैं इसको वो कर देता हूँ, सिंप्लीफाई कर देता हूँ, सो 800 plus 200 plus 200, so 400 plus 100 is like 1200 hours, ठीक है ना, so these are the key hours जो आपको spend करने, ठीक है ना, यहाँ तक सबके लिए आसान है, I mean everyone now understands के what needs to be done, CAT, VAT, DevOps advancement track and blockchain advancement track. Now blockchain is very very important. जब आप उसकी labs देखेंगे ना, then it will open doors for you कि भाई what is happening, now I understand कि क्यों important है, ठीक है ना, तो इससे ज्यादा आप पढ़ भी नहीं सकते, I mean you should not pursue more than 3 tracks, ठीक है ना, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now you can do the same thing with CAT or VAT, plus आपने DOAT मिला दिया, plus आपने AIAT मिला दिया, जो है artificial intelligence advancement track. You can do that, or you can say CAT plus VAT, ठीक है ना, whatever, जो दोनों same है, plus DOAT, ठीक है ना, plus you can combine it with, in my view, big data, ठीक है ना, big BD AT, big data and data science advancement track, ठीक है. You can keep on doing these things. You can keep on, लेकिन जो hours बनेंगे roughly, it's going to be more or less the same hours, right? Because DevOps advancement track, AI advancement track, ये जितने भी हैं, the tracks, they don't exceed more than 200 hours of teaching. AI is a different beast. This is going to, you know, if you pursue this, then the hours become almost 1400, roughly. ठीक है ना? Big data, similar, I would say 1200 hours, not more than that, but it covers all the things. So when you have to copy when you have to follow something, know this, that on average आपको 1200 घंटे पढ़ना है, 1200 hours. अब आपके पास दिन में बहुत टाइम है, लेकिन आप बोलेंगे कि भाई किस टाइम पर मैं आके CV अप्लाई करूं? That is a very important question, because everyone is studying to secure a job first and foremost, right? जल्दी मुझे job secure करनी है. How can I secure a job? Online मैं कैसे जाऊं, क्या करूं, किधर जाऊं, what should I do? ये सारी चीजें बहुत important है, because everyone is now wants to secure the livelihood, because सबसे पहले उसको livelihood secure करना, right? That's the most important aspect. So in my view, this is my view, right? If you are studying 1200 hours, आप DevOps पढ़ रहे हैं, आप blockchain पढ़ रहे हैं, आप CAT पढ़ रहे हैं, ठीक है, आप जो भी कर रहे हैं, you should be able to apply for jobs after completing 500 hours. Now, वो 500 hours कैसे बनेंगे? I will show you. मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा, ठीक है? But completing 500 hours enables you कि आप ready, you are ready, you're ready to go. Now, मैंने आपको पहले भी breakdown दिया था time का, so that will be a separate, you know, before this you should watch that video, okay, what is the breakdown of the time, and that will give you some good explanation of how to follow those things. ये part 2 of the video है जो बहुत important है, जो हर कोई कहता है कि भाई I need to know कि मैं किस course में सबसे ज़्यादा तवज्जो दूँ, which course is the most important one, where I should pay attention, मतलब कि मैं किस पे तवज्जो दूँ, I mean, you know, what should I study right now so that I'm able to secure a job. So I'm going to walk you through the process. मैं आपको इस process से walk करवाता हूँ. When you register for the course, the first thing you need to do, जब आप बिल्कुल course शुरू करते हैं, CAT अगर आप पढ़ने हैं, आपने CAT या VAT लिया या DevOps advancement track लिया, so you get the CAT as well. अगर आपने CAT ले लिया है और VAT ले लिया, तो you just need to buy the add-on. आप सिर्फ DevOps का add-on लेंगे and blockchain add-on लेंगे. लेकिन अगर आपने नहीं लिया है, तो you can buy the DevOps advancement track. Each advancement tracks comes with बहुत 3 जो important features है ना, the most important aspects of advancement track. अगर if I have to mention the most important, ठीक है ना, aspects of advancement track क्या है? What are those advancement tracks की सबसे important क्या है? ठीक है ना? जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, what is that? अगर मुझसे कोई पूछे कि भाई that gives the person a leg up, जिसकी वजह से उसको फायदा होता है और वो फौरन जा सकता है, वो है लैब्स, ठीक है। सेकंड है रेज्यूमे डेवलपमेंट, ठीक है। एंड थर्ड है उसका इंटरव्यू प्रेप, ठीक है ना, प्रेप एंड इंटर्नशिप लेटर। एंड द फोर्थ है इंटर्नशिप लेटर, ठीक है ना। इंटर्नशिप लेटर जो है, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज यू नीड सम काइंड ऑफ रेफरेंस कि भाई I can show you that I did the internship, this and this and this, ठीक है ना, so on and so forth. This is all very important. ये सबसे important aspects हैं, जो सबसे important aspects हैं वो ये जो है ना आपको 4 मिलेंगे that everyone needs to have, because और किसी specialization track को, फलाना track को, I mean whatever the tracks are, आपको बहुत सारे tracks मिलेंगे, only you will only find these things complete, यानी कि कुछ आपको ट्रैक्स मिलेंगे जिसमें आपको लैब्स मिलेंगी, लेकिन रेज्यूमे डेवलपमेंट नहीं मिलेगा। रेज्यूमे डेवलपमेंट एंड इंटरव्यू प्रेप एंड इंटर्नशिप लेटर एंड लाइव क्लासेस, ठीक है ना, ठीक है ना, विद द ट्रेनर, ठीक है, कैन ओनली बी फाउंड इन द बेसिकली इन दिस थिंग। जो आपको मिलेगा ना वो सिर्फ यही मिलेगा। आई मीन दैट्स द ओनली थिंग जिसमें आपको मिलेगा, और किसी में नहीं मिलेगा। यू वोंट फाइंड इट एनीवेयर। वो है एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक। सो इफ यू सब्सक्राइब फॉर एन एडवांसमेंट ट्रैक, whatever the advancement track is, CAT है, VAT है, whatever you want to do, you will find those things। ये 5 things जो है वहां मिलेंगे आपको कंप्लीट, ठीक है ना। आपको लैब्स दी जाएंगी फॉर अ गिवन ट्रैक। वी आर द अभी राइट नाउ यू आर गिविंग ओपन VPN, बट इट इज गोइंग अवे। यू विल हैव द कंटेनर, आप कंटेनर से कनेक्ट होंगे एंड यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट। रेज्यूमे डेवलपमेंट, वी विल हेल्प यू इन प्रिपेयरिंग द रेज्यूमे। Annual members, they get access immediately. Everyone else, they get access at the 9th month, 9वें महीने पे उसको मिलती है। Interview prep, आपने interview रेज़्वो किया, go and apply for the jobs. You know, one of the students, he said, as I, you know, Sayyid Batal, who's in Germany now, he mentioned कि यार मैं पढ़ रहा था, I was studying, and I started applying for jobs so that I can see what happens, मैं कैसे interview pass करता हूँ, क्या करता हूँ, क्या नहीं करता, right? So उसको अंदाजा होना शुरू हो गया। An internship letter, extremely important. Interview prep हम करवाएंगे आपको, and there's a lot of preparation जो हम आपको करवा चुके होते हैं। So if the job role is similar, not something different, then you will be given the same thing कि आप जाएं इसको पढ़ लें, you know this will help you, because बहुत सारी चीजें similar होती हैं and you will be surprised, ठीक है, कि कितनी सारी चीजें जो हैं आप जो पढ़ रहे होते हैं, they're all basically जो है ना आपको पहले से मिलती हैं। एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है which is extremely important for you to understand, वो है when we prepare you for these things, तो इनमें और दूसरी चीजों में क्या फर्क है। In the world you will find आपको मुख्तलिफ जो है ना एग्जाम्स, मुख्तलिफ ट्रेनिंग मिलेगी। गूगल ट्रेनिंग करवा रहा है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ट्रेनिंग करवा रही है, AWS ट्रेनिंग करवा रहा है, ठीक है ना, बट नो वन गिव्स यू the detailed insight कि इंडस्ट्री में करना क्या है। I mean, what is your job description? If you are applying for a data scientist, what is your job description? It is not कि वो जो आप यूनिवर्सिटी में डिग्री करके आ रहे हो, डिग्री will help you to get to that space, ठीक है ना, आप वहां तक पहुंच गए। बट जब आप इंटरव्यू में जाओगे, they will ask you कि आपने फला AWS पे so and so टूल कैसे इस्तेमाल किया, आपने सेज मेकर कैसे चलाया, आपने मशीन लर्निंग के लिए आपने डेटा लेक पे कैसे काम किया। They will ask you all these key questions and you have no clue and saying like, I don't know क्या आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं, I don't understand. All of these things are covered here. To give you an example, one of the students, he has an interview you know at AWS, ठीक है ना। So he was given these questions by the AWS recruiter, जिसने पूछा उससे, ठीक है। And you see, how do you secure a 3-tier application? आप कोई भी AWS की सर्टिफिकेशन करें, GCP करें, कुछ भी कर लें, they will not teach you 3-tier application क्या है। ये आज मुझे पढ़ाना था, I was supposed to teach you this, ठीक है ना। But when I saw this, मैं रुक गया, wait a minute, I need to go back and you know give this class in a real format कि भाई पढ़ना कैसे। We teach you everything that you need to know These are all the questions asked in AWS security consultant. ये सारे सवाल हैं, ठीक है? And we are teaching you each and everything within our advancement tracks. So the advancement tracks are very unique because they give you the inside perspective of how actually the work is really delivered. Organizations में काम होता कैसे? I mean, what do they do? How do they work? You know, so ये सारी जो चीजें हैं, these are basically taught in the advancement track. So there is no comparison. आप GCP की certifications कर लो, AWS की कर लो, even आप AWS की certification कर लो, you still can't ace their interview. Because what they are teaching you is just use those cloud services. What we are teaching you is how to create applications which the businesses are creating on those cloud services. ये है सबसे important चीज, ठीक है? So if you're teaching you DevOps, blockchain, AI, whatever we're teaching you, we are giving you the deep insight. हम आपको deep insight दे रहे हैं. This is the most important aspect. Now, किस कोर्स में जब आप स्टार्ट करेंगे, I mean, किसी ने कहा कि भाई मैंने स्टार्ट कर लिया, मैं क्या करूं? What should I do? कहां से पढ़ना शुरू करूं? क्या पढ़ूं सबसे पहले? तो now I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3 करके क्या पढ़ना, ठीक है ना? So this is a ranking system. Python primer number 1. पढ़ें आप. Once you finish it, then Python and Python primer is the same thing. This is in the course's name, so you will just follow Python, which is Python primer, alpha, beta. Everything is covered. Okay, and then you go to gamma. So obviously, पहले आप Python शुरू करेंगे, you finish primer, then you go to alpha, beta, and gamma. So I'm giving this one. ठीक है ना? And all of these things are the same. ठीक है ना? ये सब मतलब कि I'm just lumping them up कि आपके पास वो हो, and I'm just going to make this into कि या gamma भी इसके साथ ही है. So these things ये आपके साथ हो गए कि भाई ये सब की सब जो चीजें हैं ये मैंने सबसे पहले पढ़नी, सही, ठीक है? तो मैं इसको येलो से साइन कर दूंगा. उसके साथ साथ मैं क्या चीज पढ़ूं? What should I study next? ठीक है, वो है आपके लिए Linux primer, Linux level 1 and bash. ये है आपका second phase जो आपने पढ़ना, ठीक है ना? Second phase. I have to change the color scheme. मैं color scheme change करता हूँ, ठीक है? So let's make them blue. Let's make them yellow. So now you know कि कौन सी चीज कहाँ पर है. All of this is 1, ठीक है? So let's make this into 1 and combine them. Okay, मसला होगा छोड़ें, ठीक है? I'm going to combine them so that we create some problems. So I will just say कि ये सारी चीजें 1 में, ठीक है? Linux primer जो है ये this is all 1, and Linux primer and Linux level 1 and level 2, this is all उसके साथ साथ number 2. So you can go 1 and 2, but you can only do 3 steps at a time, 1, 2 and 3. So what is the third step? Third step जो आपके लिए होगा वो होगा CISSP, because this is very important, right? And इसमें अभी हम recently एक नया upgrade भी लेकर आ रहे हैं. So we are creating we have created some more than 4,000 questions. So you will start seeing those questions coming in. So इसको पढ़ना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. And then as you pass through, and if you're able to finish, all the primer stuff, all the Python stuff, आपने कहा यार मैंने सारा Python stuff खत्म कर दिया, and Linux भी खत्म हो गया, then what should I do? The third step is CISSP. But CISSP will take time. CISSP में आपको time लगेगा because वो course बड़ा है. It's a big course, right? Course huge है. This will take time. ये time consuming, ठीक है? So roughly अगर मैं time बताऊं तो all of this will come to 40 hours. 40 something practice, सब मिला मिलू के 50 hours I would say, ठीक है? Roughly, I'm just doing an estimation, right? So don't hold me accountable. This one is around 35 to 40 hours. I'll just make 40 hours. ठीक है? And this will come to 15, 20 hours, something like that, right? Don't hold me accountable. So yeah, I'm just giving you an estimation. This is just estimation. So now we have an estimation कि क्या हो रहा है, what is estimates क्या हैं, ठीक है ना? So this comes up to some good amount of hours. If I have to say 120 hours. What is the magic formula to be level be ready to start applying for jobs. I'm going to show you, right? And that is 500 hours. Once you reach to 500 hours or 600 hours, you're ready to apply for jobs and go into the industry. आप industry में जा सकते हैं. 1 to 3 courses हो गए. आपने ये courses खत्म कर लिए. 4th step पे Red Hat Intensive Linux. This comes to 70 hours. ठीक है ना? तो अब कितने हो गए hours total? 190 hours. We're getting very close. मैं कहा, oh yeah, this is very close. We're getting close to 500 hours. अब ये तो I need to apply for job. I need to finish these things. ठीक है ना? Again, how you have to study. We are covering this. What you have to study. How you have to study. आपको किस तरह पढ़ना चाहिए. We have already covered that in the previous video, right? So right now मैं आपको सिर्फ वो बता रहा हूँ. What you have to study to be able to apply for the jobs immediately. Just go in, right? Go in. So this comes up to this, roughly. Again, these are just estimations. More or less, it will come to the same, maybe less, but I'm giving you the estimation. Okay? यहाँ पर किस चीज में repetition करनी है? बार-बार पढ़ना है, and what you can browse through, what you can quickly pass through. Repetition आपने करनी है इसमें. This is very important. Keep on listening until your concepts are clear. Until your concepts are crystal clear. और यहाँ पर keep on practicing until you know the commands by heart. I mean, keep on practicing. So command कैसे user कैसे change करना है, core services कैसे start करनी है, तमाम चीजें, clustering कैसे करनी, everything. You should know everything. When you're sitting in an interview and they say file server कैसे install करना है, you should be able to explain to them. Run so and so command and do this, run so and so command, do this. And if you have a network, then we do this and attach it to the, whatever the Active Directory is. And then we go here and we go there and you should be able to explain everything. SysOps is very important because that will make you comfortable with respect to all the key things that are related to आपकी system administration. Dunya ki sari in the world, all system administration. Majority of the company in the clouds, they're doing it on Linux, AWS. AWS, essentially runs on Linux. Even Azure, they're designing it to run on Linux, right? The new Windows 11 is half Linux and half Windows, right? So that's the most cleanest code you can get. So now again, don't hold me accountable for this. Ke bhai, aapne jo baat ki, I may make a mistake. I can make a mistake. Okay? As we say in Islam, Alhamdulillahi lazi bi ni'mati tutimmu salihat. All praises belongs to Allah, from whom good things are accomplished. So all good things that we are accomplishing here are from Allah. And if I make any mistake, that is from me. So I may make a mistake. So forgive me for that. Now, you're doing these things. When to do the questions? You should keep on doing questions from time to time. Keep on testing yourself. There is no need for you to go for the exam immediately. Okay, na? But you should keep on doing questions. I'm not going to allocate any time, but you should be able to do 10 minutes of questions a day. 10 minutes, not more than that, 10 minutes. Open 10 questions or 5 questions, do it. Gauge yourself. Okay, na? Gauge karo, where are you standing? Okay? You should be able to know. Gauge yourself, how deep is your understanding with respect to that given topic. And if you can't understand, go back and wapas jao or revise it and do the revision. So CISSP is the one that you will keep on doing this. And the same goes to SysOps. Okay, na? This is extremely important. You don't have to go for the exam. If you want to go for the exam, if you're prepared, there are more than 4,000 questions coming up. You will be, do them. And you're ready for the exam. So to crack the exam of the CISSP, what do you need? If someone asks you, you need to watch the videos, okay? Plus read all the material, read all the notes, read additional material recommended, okay? Additional recommended material. Okay? Material, documents, standards, whatever, okay? Docs and standards, whatever you have, plus quizzes. That's very important. Quizzes. keep on doing these quizzes until you are able to achieve 90%, 95%, and then you're ready. Because 4,000 questions, you cannot memorize all 4,000 questions. Some of them you might be able to. Don't memorize the questions. Think like a manager. Even though none of you are managers, it's very weird when you pass your exam, जब आप CSSP exam pass करते हैं, if you don't have any experience, you are an associate. And they design the questions to think like a manager. So it's, think from a context, from the CBK, common body of knowledge, what are they asking for? So there is no need for you to do those things, but you have to, right? You have to think like a manager. This course, you just have to read the notes. Just read the notes. There's a new guide now. What we covered is covered. There's a new guide. You should read it. This is like less than 10 hours, So ये आपका आता है number 5 पे. I'm not going to give any ranking over here, like 2 quizzes, because you have to do this every day. Like just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day. Sit down and test yourself. Okay? So this is 5. Okay, now we have covered 200 hours. We are around 300 to 400 hours short to apply for the jobs. We're getting closer. हम करीब जा रहे हैं. ISO lead implementer. ISO lead implementer, right? Lead implementer is a course that you need to do. So as soon as you finish that, जैसे finish करते जाओ, आगे बढ़ते चले जाओ. Number 6. ठीक है ना? That is the most important thing. Role playing is only available. We completed that in Urdu. हमने इसको उर्दू में किया, and then we moved it because now everything is done over there. So you don't have to. You can skip this. If you want to follow through and understand कि context कैसे defined होता है, क्या होता है, there is always learning processes. You have to go through all those things, and there's always something new to learn. So if you want to do it, you can do it. ठीक है? But we have moved this course. ठीक है ना? ये जो course है, ये आगे जाकर AWS के network पे सब जगह पे है, and we are doing that in the cyber defense advancement track, right? But you have this, the old course. If you want to watch it, go ahead, do it. I mean, take it, कर लो. ठीक है? This is 20 hours, I would say. ये 20 hours है. ठीक है ना? ये important है. Go through it, understand the aspects. इसकी बाकी सारी चीजें आपको आगे समझ आएंगी. Now, while you're doing all of these things, do take, the live classes with Mohammed Faisal. Because as you're studying these things, जब आपने cover कर लिया, you should keep on watching the live classes because this will help you. In live classes, we are covering it. So the zero aspect, where you should start from is live classes, Mohammed Faisal. Don't miss them. Attend them. Even if you can't understand right now, as you're going through all of these things, by the time you complete these 200 hours, 220 hours, 300 hours, everything will be clear for you. ठीक है ना? ये सब चीजें आपको clear होना शुरू हो जाएंगी. So keep on taking these classes. Sometimes you can't understand. This is more than 50, 60 hours. Right now, it is reaching to 70 hours right now. ठीक है ना? So you already reached कर रहे. So I'm not going to count this time. I'm not counting this time. This is separate. I'm here to tell you कि कौन सी चीज तुम्हें जल्दी पढ़नी है so that you can apply for the job. And these are the ones. ठीक है ना? But you should take this class. This is extremely important. Extremely important. This will go to up to 100 hours. But I'm not going to count those 100 hours yet. Right? मैं इसको count नहीं करूँ. उसके बाद आता है ethical hacking. Ethical hacking, you can pick it up at 7. उन्हें कहा चलो 7 पे कर लिया, ठीक है ना? That's 10 hours, 15 hours. I don't know. Again, I'm just using estimation. CIS top 20 controls, extremely important for you. ठीक है ना? उसके बाद ये करो. This will provide you a good understanding. इसकी जो hands-on implementation है कि इन controls को कैसे implement करना है, क्या करना है, we have covered that in a separate, basically, course. ठीक है ना? Which is in cyber defense advancement track. So cover this, and this will give you a good understanding. We are at 15 hours, maybe more than that. SIEM hands-on approach. यहाँ हमने आपको SIEM पढ़ाया है, लेकिन हमने जो SIEM के implementation सब चीजें हैं, we have covered that in cyber defense advancement track. So we will give you some Elasticsearch labs here. आपको कुछ मिलेंगी, right? We're going to add 10 here. PCI, DSS qualified security assessor training. We have covered some of the training. In the rest of the training is in the live classes with Mohammed Faisal. So you have to do these things before, as you're going through it, जब आप 60-70 hours complete करके आओगे, तो अब जो start हो गया है, we are covering PCI DSS because this is huge. This is huge. फिर आप आते हो 11 पे security. This is easier. I'm going to add 10 hours here because इसके बाकी सारे hours ऊपर हैं. We have already covered SCADA in a very detailed manner in live classes with Mohammed Faisal. Only 25% of it, because remember, CAT consists of multiple tracks, right? CAT जो है हमारा training program है, it consists of multiple tracks. So in CAT, you have a bit of cyber defense, a bit of COTS, cyber defense, offensive security, digital forensics, SCADA. Then there is data science in R and Python. There's SysOps engineering. There's Ghanima labs for covering, all of these things, offensive security labs, cyber defense labs, and Elasticsearch labs. And then digital forensics will come, in December time, more or January time. Because as I said, ये जो cats हैं, they will come in versions. So there will be version 1, there will be version 2. You have to study version 1 before you can go for version 2. Because you will keep on adding new things. You will keep on adding new things, right? Or this will keep on expanding. This is a very, very robust track because it covers CODS, ये 4 industries cover करता है, data science, SysOps, ठीक है ना, LinkedIn, eMath, all of these Ghanima labs. Because what we want you is to prepare you to apply for jobs in all of these key areas. You can work in as an IT auditor, digital forensics guy, secure cybersecurity, data science, offensive security. I mean, if you're working in data science, किस में काम करोगे? What are you going to do? You're going to work to manage the data from these sectors. So you need to understand these things. आपको समझना जरूरी है, otherwise you won't be able to. So ये जो है ना, this is the heart and soul. This is the heart and soul of everything that you are learning at An-Nafi. Then again, this is like 10 hours, I would say. Then we have SCADA prevention and detection. This comes at 12, I would say 10 hours. SCADA 27,019, 13. And 13 means that, you're going through all of these things, right? And data science in Python, with Python, this covers like many things, job cover hai. And that comes to, 14. And this is like almost 40 hours. Okay? So now if I count the hours, I'm standing at 340 hours. I'm getting close. I'm getting closer. Okay, na? So again, most of the other hours will be here. Live classes with Mohammed Faisal. Do not miss these classes. You will keep on learning new things. Okay? This is very important. Then becomes Ghanima labs. In Ghanima labs, you start doing, labs. यहाँ पर आपको labs दी गई हैं. Again, देखिए यहाँ पर मैंने जिसके अंदर मैं highlight करूँ ना as red. This means you have to repeat them. You have to repeat these things. Keep on repeating until everything is clear to you. Now we are getting those things. So let me make them red ताकि आपको आसानी हो, so that you understand. These are the courses you have to repeat and keep, rinse and repeat until if you're sitting in an interview, अगर तुम interview में बैठे हो, तुम्हें सारी चीजें आती, ठीक है? That's what you have to do. So ये हमने cover कर लिया, ठीक है? Bismillah. Then labs आता है 15. Now you're coming to the labs. So you do the vulnerability assessment labs, almost 10 hours, but you have to keep on repeat them. अगर आपसे कोई पूछे कि यार, how do you perform internal vulnerability scan? You should be able to explain them the process there and then. If someone asks you in an interview कि भाई web application pen testing कैसे करनी है, it should come out from you. जैसे to give you an example, if you sit with cricket stars, then you will always talk about cricket stars. There's a very famous cricket star, Shahid Afridi. He came to my house and he was sitting there eating food, and he was sitting with me. मेरे साथ बैठा होता, खाना करते सब लोग, ठीक है? तो सब उससे सवाल कर रहे हैं about cricket because he's a cricket star, right? Very famous cricket star. Everyone is talking about cricket, and he's just eating his food and he's answering them the questions. कि भाई cricket में ऐसा होता है, this player is doing this player is doing that player is good. And he's just explaining. So you should be able to perform vulnerability scan labs enough times that if you are sitting in an interview and if they ask you, how do you do this or how do you do that, you should be able to explain with enthusiasm ke saath explain karo. And aise kiya, I did this, you know. So, and I used this, this tool and this command was used and there was an issue and I had to resolve this issue like this. And there were some problems. And when I was doing SCADA, test for machines, then I had to rely on a different strategy, because if I do a vulnerability scan immediately on a high threshold, all the machines will go down, the HMI, the PLC, and all of these things, right? So you should be able to explain these things to him like that. This is very important during the interview process. Then comes 16, right? Comes 16. Again, almost, I would say, 10 hours labs. You have to keep on repeating them. Very important, very, very important. Itna hi repeat karo कि you should be able to know the whole process. Web application ethical hacking, pen testing, WSGG, right? Again, you should be able to do this multiple times. So this is 15, sorry, network pen testing will come later. This is 16, and this is 17, okay? And this is 18. Sorry, this is, this is 18. Okay? So, tumhe itna kaam aata ho that you were able to explain them everything. So these 40 hours, maybe 35 hours, 30 hours, maybe less. Again, I'm just doing an estimation here. Ye aapne lazmi karna. Now, if you do the calculation, ki yaar kitne hours ho gaye, how many hours do we have right now? So we are almost 380 hours. If I combine the 70 hours as well, 380 hours. We are getting close. That formula is 500 hours. 500 to 600 hours is the range where you should start applying for jobs. Okay? Jahan aap jobs ke liye apply kar sakte hain. So these, things are extremely important. Okay? To aap ko ye cheezein yaad honi chahiye. E-math. Ye sare courses wo ho gaye, you have to keep on doing every weekdays, whenever you have time. E-math jo hai, it's a very unique course. If your goal is, agar tumhara goal hai, you want to become a data scientist, a software developer, a blockchain specialist, or go into artificial intelligence, big data, all these key fields. Even if you want to go in cyber defense, offensive security, or if you want to do degree programs in our college, Al-Nafi College of Emerging Sciences in UK, ye program tumko karna zaruri hai. But rozana nahi. You don't have to master this program. Okay? You don't have to do any of those things. You should be able to do it over the weekends. So I'm not going to put any ranking here, but over the weekends, do it. This is roughly comes up to 70, 80 hours. All these things, like I would say 15, 15, 15, and 15, right? So comes to 60, 70 hours. I'm not even going to give any rating here because you do this over the weekend. So I will mention this here, on the weekends. So इनके lectures को follow करो, सुनो, देखो, समझो, but don't absorb, like I would say, don't become a specialist कि भाई कोई भी linear algebra का problem आ रहा है, आप solve कर रहे हो बैठ के. Don't do that, because जब आप interview के लिए जाओगे, तो जो आपको mathematical mindset है, वो यहाँ से आएगा. ठीक है ना? Because when you go for the interview, they will throw a curve ball at you. वो आपको curve ball फेंक सकते हैं. ठीक है? जिसको यहाँ पर baseball खेलते हैं. People play baseball in North America. So there's a curve ball. The ball swings. The same thing is done in cricket. Like, you can swing the ball, right? So अगर तुम्हारे पर किसी ने कोई तुम्हें ना curve ball दी, swing या तुम्हें swing दी, ठीक है ना? You're able to answer that question. And वो जो analytical capability है, वो यहाँ से आएगी. So linear algebra, probability for emerging pathways, statistics for emerging pathways, calculus for emerging pathways, it's a reason कि वो है वहाँ, ठीक है ना? And वो इसलिए है कि तुम्हें ये करना जरूरी है. I mean, again, don't memorize it. इसकी जो live class होती है उसमें बैठो, listen to the teacher, because in all these emerging pathways, ये सारी emerging pathways हैं. These are 16. There are more as well. Another, I would say, 14 are there separately, and I will mention them later on. But ये जितने भी programs हैं, इन सब के लिए emerging pathways mathematics बहुत important है, because if you want to go for a foundation program, which we intend to offer next year, inshallah, at the same time, or our BSc or MSc programs, emerging pathway will be mandatory. It is not mandatory for securing the job, but it is mandatory कि तुम्हें काम आता हो, because otherwise you will not survive. मुश्किल होगी. I mean, you will fail the degree program. So अगर degree करना है तो you have to do this thing. We are not taking any exams in the degree programs for this. We are giving you assignments. An open book exam होगा, जाओ ये सवाल है, जाओ करके आओ. ठीक है ना, go into it. You know, these exams are conducted by Oxford and other universities as well, so we'll give you that. इसके बाद आता है data science का program, जिसमें R programming है and all of these things mentioned हैं, ठीक है ना. अगर तुम्हें काम करना है, you can do this. We will be removing this program, ठीक है ना. But we are keeping it there for now because I'm changing many things, and one of them is like this one. So it is not necessary for you to do this thing. If you want to go into the data science, then the data science in Python is good for you. Data science, if you want to go into the data science, then go data science in R. Okay, na? But there is a new version that I'm getting it developed, and you'll be able to see same things, but taught by a new teacher. It will take us some time, few months or more, because what I'm doing is कि मैं इसकी सारी चीजें बिल्कुल reshift कर रहा हूँ. I'm emphasizing more on commercial solutions, because if you look at the data science का track, big data and data science track, you will see we are covering all the key areas, and then we are also covering SQL, C++, Java, C, JavaScript, MATLAB, storytelling skills. There's a lot of things going on जो हम इसमें introduce कर रहे हैं. And then मेरा focus होगा इन तमाम labs के ऊपर, big data lake, big data platform services, real-time data movement, all of these things, right? Again, and then machine learning. There's a lot of things in machine learning that we're doing, all of these things, right? So उसके लिए ज़रूरी है कि तुम्हें करो. If you want to do it, I'm not even going to mention any time frame. You can say this, all of these courses, combined has a worth value, I would say, of 40 hours, something. Okay, 50 hours, right? So these are 50 hours. If you have the time, go do it. Okay, na? But if you don't sweat on it. Parishan nahi hona. It's okay. I'm not going to even rank this thing. Okay? So ये हो गया best LinkedIn course. मैं आपको कहूँगा 0, and मैं आपको कहूँगा 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch this course at least 6 times, because whenever you do your RAL intensive, watch this course. Okay? And the reason I mentioned 0 here was +0 is because I have to mention something. इसको change करना पड़ेगा. Like it has to be changed into, rather than words, format, numbers, or text. Right? So I'm going to mention this as text. And for some reason I can't mention. So I say, watch this every time you do a course. The reason is कि LinkedIn का जब कोर्स पढ़ोगे ना, 99% of our students जिनको जॉब मिली है, उन्होंने क्या किया, LinkedIn का कोर्स देखा और फिर जाके अपने स्किल्स पढ़े, and then they were updating their profile. So as you are updating your profile, तुम्हें इंटरव्यूज के कॉल्स आना शुरू हो जाएंगे. ठीक है? Extremely important for you. बहुत ज्यादा. Without this, you should not apply for your resume. ठीक है ना? Watch this course first, then apply for your resume and apply for your internship letter. Otherwise, don't do it. ठीक है ना? नहीं करना. ठीक है? नहीं करना. यहाँ लिख रहा हूं मैं, clearly लिख रहा हूं. Only apply Once you complete all the above course, once you complete all of the above courses, then apply for resume and internship letter. By that time, you should have watched this course at least, I would say, 5 times, 5 to 6 times. Because ये course आपको बहुत फायदा देगा. This will keep benefiting you because you will learn new things. ठीक है, आपको नई नई चीजें सीखने को मिलेंगी. And how to market yourself. तो मैं अपने आप को market कैसे करना है. That's the most important aspect. Market. How should I market myself? क्या करूँ? You know, how should I go there? What should I do? This is the most important part. Finally, अगर तुम उसके ऊपर काम करते हो, ठीक है ना, and you want to learn के क्या है, वो है Ielts की training. Again, when you have the time, take this course. In journal, every person is able to score 6 bands, which is the minimum for our university and most of the universities in UK. They lied from 6 to 6.5, 7 bands. Or if you want to go for अगर कोई और exam देना है, ठीक है, 60 to 70 hours में तुम्हारा हो सकता है. You know, 60 to 70 hours. It's more than enough, right? More than enough. But this is once a day होता है. In some week you can take classes. Some week you can take 2 or 3 hours. दूसरे week में 1-2 hours कर दो. When you are ready for the exam, जब तुम exam देने जा रहे हो, ठीक है, but at least finish some training, ताकि जब तुम interview देने जाओ, you are able to effectively talk in English. तुम English में बात कर सकते हो. This is the most important aspect, right? So you need to understand these things. तो वो तुम्हें आना चाहिए. मैं इस पे कोई time नहीं लगा. This is all up to you. ठीक है ना? All up to you. Introduction to entrepreneurship and freelancing. Again, ठीक है, it's fine, but the most important thing is this course by Hamad Siddiqui. Then Arabic learning courses for non-Arabic speakers in Urdu. This is a course which goes to more than 200 hours or something, but it's not necessary. For those who wants to learn Arabic as a language so that they can understand Quran when it is recited to them, they can take this course. It is available with वहाँ पर है. You can take this course. It's just recordings, but it will make your Arabic enough at an advanced level that if anyone is reciting Quran, you can do translation. Okay? But again, it's up to you how close you are to the Quran for all those who are Muslims. For the non-Muslims, it's up to them what they want to do. But for the Muslims, we have to follow the Quran. We have to be close to the Quran, right? So it's up to them what they want to do. That's the most important aspect. Ab ye ho gaya CAT. This is CAT is covered. Now, if I go back and if I look at the hours, how many hours are there, right? And this course, jo hai, ye wala jo course hai, this is, I believe, agar main isko karun, if I look at the course, this is, I think, 2 hours or something like that, right? But chota course, it's a very small course. So it's not something heavy, it's something very light, and you can do all of these things. Okay? So now if I look at the hours, kitne hours hain? And this is red because you have to do this thing. So look at the hours now. Okay, na? Ab hum hours dekhte hain. So ye, and we go back to key hours jo humne karna hai na. So ye sare jo hours hain iske andar. So let's look into all of those hours. Roughly 552 hours. Okay? So you're there. Now, if you add this 100 hours, then this has become to 652. But again, aap interview ke liye taiyar, you're ready to apply for jobs. You're ready to apply for jobs. Now, what kind of jobs you can apply? Studying this track or that track, there will be a third video coming up. Okay. Now, at the same time, if you want to improve your chances of getting the jobs at a much faster pace, there's another pathway. ठीक है ना? वो pathway है आपका DevOps. In the DevOps, you can apply for jobs by finishing these 110 hours because it's just one specific industry, right? So यहाँ पर सबसे पहले आप ये जो rating है, यही rating आप यहाँ डालोगे, ठीक है? Same rating, same ranking, नथिंग चेंजेस, ठीक है ना, कोई चीज चेंज नहीं होगी, वही करोगे. I change this. So these are all the things. जैसे जैसे तुम काम कर रहे हो, जैसे जैसे तुम उसका 1 पढ़ रहे हो, स्टडी 1. सो कैट का अगर आप कैट में 1 पढ़ रहे हो, यू स्टडिंग हियर प्राइम पाइथन, गो एंड स्टडी, यू नो, आई वुड से अगर करना है पाइथन प्राइमर 4 और ये 1 2 3 4, तो आफ्टर 4 ऑफ कैट, 4 ऑफ कैट, आफ्टर द 4th स्टेप, ठीक है ना, 4th स्टेप और 4th कोर्स ऑफ कैट आप ये शुरू कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. उसके बाद ये जो है इसके बाद ये जो है ना, उसके बाद आ जाएगा, एंड देन 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, यू कंबाइन देम ओवर देयर, ठीक है ना. तो आप इसको लेके चल सकते हो, एंड देन कैरी फॉरवर्ड, कैरी ऑन, ठीक है ना, एंड स्टडी दिस. जब आपने डॉकर खत्म कर लिया एंड आप यहाँ कैट में सिर्फ यहाँ पर हैं, यू आर स्टिल हियर 1 2 3 4, यू जस्ट कंप्लीटेड रैल इंटेंसिव एंड यू कंप्लीट योर CSSP एंड आप जा रहे हैं आगे, देन गो एंड स्टडी बैश स्क्रिप्ट, ठीक है ना, एंड देन गो एंड स्टडी पाइथन ऑटोमेशंस एंड देन पाइथन सेलेनियम, बिकॉज बाय द टाइम यू कंप्लीट 4 स्टेप्स, पाइथन आपने सारी खत्म कर ली होगी. द नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ पाइथन इज हियर. सो अगर मैं इसके आवर्स 110 डालूं और 4th स्टेप्स के आवर्स डालूं, इनके आवर्स डालूं यहाँ पर, ये sysops, Linux, ठीक है, and then CSSP, this 190 hours. So if you want to apply for jobs in 290 or 300 hours by just studying these things and be ready to apply for jobs, then this is what you have to do. CAT or DevOps. It is your faster way into the industry quickly. आप जल्दी अंदर जाओगे. Then keep on studying what you have to study. पढ़ते रहो. Keep on studying. Now, after doing these things, जो DevOps advancement track है, it's a pretty big track. If you look into here, अगर आप यहाँ देखो, you know, so we have a lot of things. यहाँ पर बहुत सारी चीजें. So DevOps advancement track, आपने CAD पढ़ रहे हो, you just studied some of the things, and then you go in directly and do those courses, and then you go to the labs, AWS labs. In labs को ये जितनी AWS labs, Azure, GCP, IBM, don't attempt these labs until you finish these things. For the CAT labs, all of these CAT labs जो आपको दी गई हैं, you are only attempting at 15, 16, 17, 18, right? इसी तरह चल रहे हो ना. तो DevOps में ये, that's what you have to do. 110 hours, ठीक है ना. ये 110 hours. इसके बाद बाकी 100 hours दूसरी labs के हैं. And you can do those things, ठीक है ना. ये so I will make multiple versions of these things, so don't worry, ठीक है ना. मैं आपको समझाता रहूँगा, बताता रहूँगा. So if you want to apply just by studying CAT, ठीक है ना, अगर सिर्फ CAT पढ़ना है and jobs के लिए apply करना है, ठीक है. So if I add a new column here, ठीक है, and if I name it just studying CAT only, ठीक है, you can only do it at 500 plus hours. Then you are ready to apply. ठीक है. If you are studying CAT and DevOps both, ठीक है, both advancement tracks, ठीक है ना, advancement tracks, then you can apply for jobs at 300 plus. You're ready, ठीक है, आप jobs के लिए जा सकते हो, ठीक है ना. So ये difference है जो सबसे ज्यादा important है, ठीक है. ठीक है. सो ये चीज आप लोगों के लिए बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. प्लीज पे अटेंशन, बिकॉज हर चीज की मार्केट डिफरेंट है. एवरीथिंग इज डिफरेंट, ठीक है. दिस इज ओनली कैट, ठीक है ना. दिस इज ओनली कैट, दिस इज कैट प्लस DevOps, because you can go into the market much faster, much faster. And as you complete these things, आप जल्दी जल्दी मार्केट में उतर सकोगे. Now comes blockchain. Blockchain, अगर आप CAT पढ़ रहे हो, DevOps पढ़ रहे हो, ठीक है ना, as soon as you finish DevOps, Docker, Bash, Automation, Python, Selenium, these 4 steps, after the 4th step of basically DevOps, you can start basically doing this thing. So here, after the, not the web development part, this is 0, you can start anytime. After the 4th step of DevOps, you can start studying blockchain advancement track. Okay. Now, if I have to give you the hours, this one has, I would say 10, 15 hours, something. Okay. This one is, I would say, ye sare jo milakar hai, I would add them into 15, roughly 15. Okay, na? And then this one is going to be 7 hours or 10 hours, something like that, right? So, ye sare jo hours hain, ye bahut important hai. Rinse and repeat. You have to repeat these hours. Okay, if I have to, ye zyada repeat karna. ठीक है, सही है, तो इसके बाद फिर आप कर सकते हैं and then move forward accordingly. To study DApps, DeFi, role of security, and private blockchain. जब ये कर लो, then you can do all the labs, जो भी तुम्हें labs करनी है, सब कुछ करना है, you can do all of those things. ठीक है? Now, ये चीजें तुम्हारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हैं. These are very, very important. अगर तुम लोग इस पे तवज्जो दोगे, if you pay attention, you will be able to do all of these things much more effectively. Now, keep in mind, अगर तुम सिर्फ और CAT और जो है ना blockchain पढ़ रहे हो, again do the same thing. After completing, I mean, all the things of CAT, then come here and study this thing. You can study this on the after the 4th step of CAT and DevOps. ठीक है ना? Of CAT or DevOps. ठीक है? तो ये जो है ना breakdown है, and the same thing goes on, and you keep on moving forward. So यहाँ jobs कब apply करनी, कैसे apply करनी? As soon as you finish these, ठीक है ना? Then you are able to apply for jobs. And these are bigger jobs. So the more you study, you might be thinking, yaar, there's a shortcut. I just show a shortcut because if I just study, you know, some of these key courses over here, and then go and jump on the DevOps and do these courses and some of the labs, AWS labs and all these labs, I can apply for jobs much faster because right now I only see 65 hours. And then if I come here, so 70 ho gaye, 40 हो गए, ठीक है, and then 20 ये हो गए, ठीक है, these labs ये सारी हो गई, ठीक है, जो key labs है ना हमारी, to LinkedIn हो गया, this is the core of the course, right? So अगर आपने ये core 172 किया और इसको भी core consider करो, ठीक है, this is also a core, 272 plus DevOps के जो 110 है, so that's 382 hours. You are ready for jobs. आप jobs के लिए जाके apply कर सकते हो. I mean, you are absolutely ready. If you finish this, अगर तुम 300, 3 to 400, देखो, magic formula is 500 hours. 500 hours में you have learned enough कि तुम industry में जाके job के लिए apply कर सकते हो, काम कर सकते हो. So the same strategy can be applied with AI, CAT, and DevOps in AI. You can CAT and DevOps in big data, CAT and DevOps and SCADA, CAT and DevOps and blockchain. Blockchain is very important. If you ask me, I would say CAT, DevOps, blockchain, ठीक है ना, ये तीनों बहुत important है. Then you can infuse SysOps if you want, SysOps and cloud. Again, you can do that, or AI. There are 3 tracks. These 3 tracks, मेरी नजर में, they are extremely important. Essentially, you can apply for jobs. कहीं पर भी दुनिया में तुम्हें काम करना है, ये जो red मैंने highlight किया था ना, अगर तुम ये पढ़ते हो DevOps, CAT और ये सब, you can do it. Now, यहाँ पर इसके ऊपर there is a very good discount for you. इसमें तुम blockchain and DevOps दोनों साथ लेके पढ़ सकते हो, ठीक है ना? You can apply for those things and immediately you can study and you can go forward. So there is a course online on the website. You can go here and blockchain and DevOps advancement track. This is the most important track that you should study. You should know this. और ये आपको पता होना चाहिए, because this will help you apply for the positions much faster. ठीक है? So this was a quick video, not a quick video, it took long. I will finish the class here. इसको watch करो, इसको सोचो, इसको समझो, इसके ऊपर तवज्जो दो, and if you pay attention, you can easily secure a job after 500 hours of learning. That is the magic formula. Now, that doesn't mean कि उस आगे नहीं पढ़ना, you have to keep on studying, पढ़ते रहना. But what it means is कि अगर आपने ये पढ़ लिया, you are able to secure yourself an employment much faster. ठीक है? So between you and employment, the journey, the distance, I would say, is 500 hours. अगर तुमने 500 घंटे पूरे कर लिए, you are able to be there and be successful. Okay? So Jazakallah khair. I will make another video, like if you study CAT only, which job titles you can apply for. If you study DevOps and CAT, which jobs you can apply for. If you study blockchain advancement track and with DevOps and CAT, which jobs you can apply for. I will mention all of these things. And or like I will make the combination of all these different tracks. You'll keep on doing these things like aapko aata rahe, samajh aata rahe. And it's easy for you to understand all of these things. So I will end the session here today. But ye jisko bhi chahiye, they can pay attention, they can listen, they can watch this again and again, they can take notes. This is a hypothetical formula, the formula that I've used for people to be successful. Okay? So they can be successful at a much faster pace because this is a proven formula. Okay? Jisme kamyabi milegi. You may be able to change it yourself, but there is a recommended way and then there is your own way. I mean, this is my recommended way, which is coming from 23 years of experience. मेरा 23 साल का जो experience है, उसको जो है ना मैं बिल्कुल squeeze करके I'm giving it to you. If you do this, you will be successful. Okay? Jazakallah khair. I will stop the video here and inshallah, we will see you in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.